Look at that. Holy shit, dude.
I think went up, yeah.
And they're like solid.
On that hilltop, the mountaintop. It looks like a string of them coming up from the ground right now. See that? 3 of them?
There is a connection between the paranormal, UFOs, and the myths of ancient history. The clues are scattered across the landscape from a forbidden past, maybe even in your own backyard. There is a connection between the true nature of our reality, consciousness, and the unexplained. I'm Carl the Crusher. Let's explore the unknown.
Like any signs of a struggle that happened there, right? Like, was it transported to that location?
Yeah, if it was dragged there by something, it would have to be large enough to move a cow. Yeah,
it would have to be. And if it died right there, then what got to it, right? Yeah. And as far as soft tissue, like, how is the soft tissue affected?
How's the blood pooling out and pouring would indicate whether it was still alive when the eyes popped and everything.
Right.
So this cow, if you're squeamish at all, turn away from the screen right now, because I'm going to show the video clip, or the picture at least, that Donovan first sent me when the cow was first found. It's very strange. And so I'm not going to go into too much detail, because when we get up to the carcass, we'll let Donovan tell the whole story.
Found a really cool rock in this morning.
Let's just come up here and we'll see this while he's launching the drone, and then they can catch up.
Come back and walk up to it again. So also, I don't know if I've ever shown you this, but the last time you left, I was looking. See that crater right in that hill?
Yeah.
That's got to be a gold mine, right?
Yeah. When I came up here with Chris Bartel, I was pointed that out to him, and that those cement walls.
So you see this
that divot is.
Oh yeah, okay.
They literally call that a mine portal. So yeah, the opening to go there and there. That might be a test site.
You ever see like a smelter or anything right here?
There's an old Spanish smelter right.
Oh, it's got to be then. Yeah. Honestly.
Well, and the guys who were going to buy this before us are gold hunters, and they radared it down and said there's tunnels.
Same guys as Blind Frog Ranch people?
They were connected somehow.
All right,
and some of it's confidential.
We go back up there, and then
I think we stay it natural. Let's just not. We don't have to stage anything. They can catch up.
I found this morning though, a rock like this, all these pores in it. But it was
that's
red
really
and
pumice, like volcanic.
It was green and it was light. It felt like it wasn't even a rock.
Really?
It was actually a really crazy rock. I put it right next to the road, but
that's like a volcanic piece.
That's definitely like a pumice basalt.
Yeah, I agree.
That could be coral.
Could be.
Is it petrified coral?
That it very well could be. Actually, that would make more sense to me.
I found today
rather than like basalt or something.
It might be petrified coral. This feels like basalt though. This is definitely lava rock.
Okay.
This is like all I grew up with in Idaho. That's from a volcanic flow, probably from up by Blind Frog.
Is that where you grew
There's
up?
the whole. I grew up in Rexburg, Idaho.
Okay.
But yeah, out there's like Devil's Half Acre or Hell's Half Acre, which is just all made of that.
So that other piece was green and red, and it was super.
Is this
light.
on?
No, it's not.
I'm not gonna neuter myself.
Put it right freaking here, so I can find it. And it's gone.
No, it isn't.
It's gotta be somewhere. It's a rock right there. Maybe I put it on this side of the road.
It was like, was it green?
It was red and green, and it was super light.
I wonder if it was a coral fossilized coral.
It looked exactly like coral, but I was like, there's no way there's coral.
Pumice or coral.
Anyway, it doesn't really pertain to what we're doing.
Yeah, it does. I'm sure people would be fascinated to see a piece of coral in the Uinta Basin and the high Uintas. Like, the only reason that a chunk of petrified coral or fossilized coral would be out here is because the ancient lake beds that were here, giant.
Right. Lake Bonneville.
Lake Bonneville and Lahontan. I never say the name of it right.
You can find in some of these rock formation sea life.
Yes.
In there, and it's the craziest thing to be up in the high Uintas in the middle of the high desert and then see some seashells. And
yes.
You can actually see, if you have somebody who knows what they're looking at, some of these rock formations to where that water level actually was.
Yeah, you can see it, especially when you get like Dry Fork Canyon, you can literally see the staining on the cliff faces over there, like up in McConkey and stuff.
Yeah.
You can see the geological layers and sediments and where the water levels all used to be and eroded.
That's why this place is fascinating.
You realize like McConkey, that whole canyon used to be one mountain, and then the spring running across it basically carved that sandstone into that giant canyon over millions of years, you know. Fascinating.
That is. This entire area is just a geological.
And like you were saying last night, like how long the Earth has been here and how we're supposed to be moving like 66,000 miles an hour through around the sun, but you sit out here and there goes a butterfly, like this
so
most
calm.
fragile thing, all calm. And how is it that I think they're gonna catch up and then we'll all walk together. But this is what gets me is like the petroglyphs, like down on the Anasazi Trail and stuff. Some of those could be 10,000 years old. And on the summer solstice, when the sun rises and the sun comes up and puts the beam of light onto those petroglyphs, everything still lines up immaculately perfect. From 10,000 years ago to today, there hasn't been a single variation or wobble in whatever the universe is doing.
Isn't that bizarre?
Like, it feels like it's not moving at all, and that's why you get this sense like, are we really moving anywhere? Is it just like a simulation with that embedded in it, or what?
It always makes you wonder too, because like math can, you try to crunch the numbers and everybody has these observations, but it's all fallible,
Yeah. Yes.
And
it breaks down
inference of information.
And when you get philosophical with the math, it doesn't work anymore. Like if you count the decimals between 0 and 1, you never get to 1. Really.
Right.
Like you could split up the points of decimals between the numbers and never get there. Like,
yeah. So when you get into math and stuff,
it's
a lot of fascinating theories of how like fallible it is.
It's all imaginary.
Also, like, yeah. It explains so much at the same time too. It's just this thing that everybody counts on as an absolute, and you're like, well, actually, when you dig into it, it's not quite so absolute.
Really, all they are is just like rules for relativity, so that we can communicate.
Agreed. Yeah, rules for relativity.
Ah, look at them go.
Come here, Fancy.
Wow. Majestic.
That is majestic. That's beautiful.
Yeah, there's something special about vertical.
They're magical. Look at them. Wow.
I'm really proud of that set of horses, actually. They're all really nice.
You got a good life going on for you here.
Yeah, they're all color coordinated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here, Fancy.
I'm filming all of it, yeah. I mean, it might be a little bit far away for the 360, but it's still there for sure. Yeah.
I think Mike got some extra.
Yeah, dude, this is sick. Did you get those horses running?
No, not yet. I'm about to.
Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. Yeah.
Like, damn, these mosquitoes are huge this time.
Hey Jordan, would you mind just wearing this backpack with the camera rolling and standing like maybe this far away?
Yeah,
or
sure.
like maybe 8 feet away like that while I do all the testing on it?
Sure.
I gotta get my stuff out here.
There she is. Is there any right or wrong way to do this?
Just to kind of let it kind of ride a little bit like that, straight out, and then just keep it kind of level.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm just gonna get my.
Is this where it was found, Donovan?
I haven't moved it. Just like that.
Was there any like immediate wounds to it that you saw when you first showed up to the
Seen
scene?
the video. So I took my kids deer hunting out here, right? Just for funsies. There's not really any deer out here. And we looked down here. She was down here. Her blood was still. I mean, it was cold, but it was still like it hadn't hardened over yet. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
She was still like semi-warm when I found her.
So she was just laying here like this,
Just like that.
and then
The blood coming out of the eyes.
Her eye like exploded. It like imploded. I get real close to her eye here. Maybe not this video. Her eye like exploded from the inside.
I can't even imagine what that would be, to be honest with you. On that, it almost reminds me of like a radiation burn or something like that.
we
But
might need to land that while we do the.
Are you going higher than
It's
me?
a little loud, yeah.
We talked to our vet about it, and I sent him that video. And he said that the only thing he can think of is if its eye was pecked out while it was still alive. So it like the blood was flowing still out of her eye. Either it exploded out, and that's why there's that pool of blood, or her eye was gone as she was still alive, which doesn't make sense to me, you know.
also can't get over the fact that no scavengers have come in and
There's
really
a
done
couple,
anything.
actually. If you kind of come around this side here, this is how you can tell they're scavengers. Normally, they'll normally eat out the back end first,
Right.
and so they took her
Rectum.
udder and stuff.
Okay.
out.
Gotcha.
That's the first thing they'll go for. This right here. So just before we get too far, that was me.
Just to release
That
the gas.
was me. She was bloating, and I was gonna quarter her up and feed her to the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So I popped her, and then I started quartering her before I decided better of it. You know.
Yeah. Well, Donovan, if you'll basically stay right there,
Okay.
and Jordan, if you kind of stay right back over there. Yeah, man. So tell me how you came across this. How old is the cow?
She's pretty old, and I had her for probably 2 months. I got her from the sale barn and then turned her out into here. But I was out here. She wasn't in the prime of her life or anything like that, you know. But I turned her out here, and she gotten better. She was gaining a lot of weight. And then I came out here deer hunting with my kids one day, the opening day of deer season, and saw her down here. So we came down here, and she had blood coming out of her eyes, and we had just barely missed her dying. You know, like she was still warm.
Really?
Yeah. She still, that blood hadn't coagulated yet. You know. I
Really?
think that's the right
That
term.
fresh.
It was pretty fresh. That's why I was gonna quarter her up, is because it was that fresh. You know, usually if they sit for a minute, they're not good anymore. But she was real fresh, and so anyway.
What was the first thing that you noticed when you walked up that seemed odd for just a normal cow dying on your frame?
Definitely her eye, you know. So that video, her eye is like exploded out, and it's pulling down her face and makes it pull by her head. And I've shown that video to vets and multiple cattle ranchers around here that have seen hundreds of cows die, you know, and every one of them is shocked by that video, you know.
What do they say when they see it?
Well, I showed it to my grandpa, who's had cows for 60 years, and he thought a mountain lion had got her. You know, he was shocked enough that he's like, she didn't just die, like something killed her.
Right.
And then the vet said that maybe her eye got pecked out while she was still alive, but you have to be pretty far gone to have your eye pecked out and just stand there, you know, or just lay there. So
And what was it about the eyes getting pecked out or popping that doesn't seem right for being birds? Like, because you were saying that like the blood was like flowing out and onto the ground, like the cow's heart was still beating while the eyes were popped out.
right. So her eye had like, if they were pecking her eye out while she was still alive, they would have to peck the whole eye out,
Yeah.
and her heart would still have to be pumping to pump the blood out. If she was already dead and they pecked the eye out, the blood wouldn't come out her eye like that.
It almost sounds more like some kind of like a microwave or radiation pressure, like a classic Skinwalker scenario where the eyes and the
Right.
certain strange parts are just removed or burst or some kind of energy.
That cow. So we had a calf on Skinwalker, I think 2 years ago, and they actually have it on their TV show, and it starts spinning circles.
Right.
It just started spinning circles, so they got it in and got a vet to check it out, and its eyes were all, it couldn't see anymore. It was blind in both eyes, and the vet came and checked it out and said that she thought that it had some sort of radiation that was like messing with its brain and enlarging the brain, and the eyes actually ruptured behind like, the eyes back in there ruptured, and it couldn't see anymore.
Almost like trying to cook an egg in the microwave.
Yeah, like
and
it
then
popped
pop
out,
like that.
Yeah.
That
And so
was
if you look
scary.
at that video, it looks like her eye just popped out
Right.
and then pulled down like
And
that.
as many vets and people you've shown the video to and talked to about the cow, they don't know what it is.
No. I mean, they have some ideas, but how do you prove anything like that?
Right.
So like maybe it was pecked out, and obviously there's been some birds on her.
Sure.
She's been here for a couple.
But
weeks.
how many is this now? So this is your second cow. You got this one, the other one that just fell
Yep.
over dead too.
Yeah,
and then
she
what
died
else?
just right there, right on that, probably 100 yards that way.
So that's 2 cows. What else? The deer. We got a
and then
couple of deer.
A couple deer up on that hill. That was most likely a mountain lion.
Oreo, the cat.
The cat, that's weird because it was off our front porch.
Yes.
Then there was
The goat out of the pen.
There was a goat off our front lawn that got grabbed and killed out that way.
And this is all within what time?
So the
frame?
goat was the same week. It was a couple days after this one. And it seems like things will just die one week, and then they'll be good for a month, and then they'll just die the next week, and so.
So we need to get the MUPOS back up and running up
Yeah.
here so that we can get the journal entries going. Every time you find a cow or something like that, we can do the incident reports and see if there's any anomalies coming over the ranch. Because like, if we could match that up, because like we're having weird experiences,
Right.
even in consciousness experiences, and like it's definitely not doing this to us, but something's going on here, man.
Something.
So let's. Why don't we go ahead and test it then? Let's see if we got radiation and everything.
Any tracks or anything that you noticed,
Nothing,
right?
and I checked it out.
So that's what gets me is I don't see any sign of a struggle in this
Nothing.
at all.
There was
It's not like it got dragged. It doesn't look like around the hooves like it was digging to fight to get away from anything.
Blood pooled out of here.
It literally like it fell down and then just like popped. Okay.
there was no struggle. I mean, and if it was a predator, they wouldn't go for the eye. They'd go for the neck.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start this clip again here. We might as well
But
get
this cow was a little older, and she had a little bit of a respiratory problem, but she had gotten better over the last couple months. And so I was like, no, I wasn't even worried about her anymore because she had gotten better. So like, yeah, I can see maybe how she would die, but I had a cow over here, a 3-year-old cow, completely healthy. Like those cows don't die. She was just acting dead. Nothing wrong with her.
That definitely seems to be a pattern at that point.
Yeah. That cow was $4,500.
Now, how typical is it out here if you see a carcass? How much of the carcass is going to be eaten versus just the soft flesh off of it?
It depends on where you're at. So like up in the mountains, if I find one, you got to find one within about a week where it's gone. Like the predators will eat the whole thing. Down here, like that one over there, nothing touched it. They didn't even come eat her udder or nothing like that. And usually they come and eat that. I positioned her there actually because I can see it from my house, and I was gonna shoot a mountain lion off her or something. But this one, they've taken off like the udder and where the blood was on the mouth and stuff. But other than that, and I think it's been my dogs, honestly.
Well, I'm surprised to still see some wet blood down here. Is that what I'm looking at right there?
That's kind of like her decomposing.
Yeah, her innards coming out.
You kind of go from the back, you got a whole pool right underneath her.
The highest I saw it chase up to 36 CPM. It doesn't mean anything unless it goes over 50. So there it went to 37. It's like going in waves.
Try moving it to another part of the county.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a baseline to see where it slows down. Like it went up to 37. It's kind of staying right at 35, 37.
You get a baseline for the background, just like away from the cow.
Yeah, but that's normal, about 30. Like just setting it on the ground, it's about the same what it's doing right now. So it's nothing too weird. But I'll check the EMF too. The birds like to sit on top of here and eat and crap.
They do like that. Well, and you heard all those coyotes last night.
Yeah, man.
There was a whole pack of them.
Maybe they'd just be in here just feasting on us.
You would think so, and even more that one right there, right next to those trees. You think that they would come right out there and just eat that?
That's a free meal. That's a
And
freebie.
there's a mountain lion that killed deer right on that hill. Why would that mountain lion not just come right through there?
It never went over 37, so you're clear on radiation.
It's
Look,
killed cows before. It's killed cows. So it's not scared of cows, that's for sure.
It looks like things that tried taking a bite out of it, they take one bite and they get out of there.
That's what
You
I
can
that's
see
what I
kind
think
of
too.
teeth marks on it.
Yeah.
I think they might be dogs, if I'm going to be honest with you. I see them running down here every now and again.
Oh well,
Appreciate
they didn't want to chew on
Yeah,
it.
no worries, man.
They kind of get into these soft places where they can actually get in. Like I cut into her there.
we gotta get the EMF detector. Okay, now we're gonna check the electromagnetic field. The magnetic field. Yeah, this thing stinks. The only thing I can think, Donovan, is that we're too late.
It's been a couple. How long's it been?
We should have come out immediately. We
It's
might-
been, I think, 2 weeks.
But it's all clear now.
Today.
There's no trace of anything as far as that goes. No EMF, no magnetic, no radiation at least. It would take somebody with more equipment than me to find out any more. Have to do like biological testing if you're going to find out something else. Probably. But at least you're safe so far when it comes to the anomalous energy cooking things, you know, that's okay.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about the phenomenon is that it rarely does anything to humans. I think it's more so animals. I think there's a few cases at Skinwalker Ranch of people being affected, and possibly me and you yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the.
Did
he
you
had-
have an?
Yeah, it was really weird. I
Really
was-
too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody just bailed out of the trailer because there's UFOs in the sky. So they're going to go see if it's actually legit or not, and they're going to come back and tell us one way or another. But Des and I are going to keep going here.
feeling, dude?
Not good. Getting better.
Yeah, we'll stay there. Hey, drink some more water.
Thank you.
Okay? You're
Oh my
welcome.
God.
Fine. It's happened like
That's
that.
literally just sitting there.
Just think you drink more.
I do not even remember coming over here.
Yeah. Just too bad you weren't recording.
What?
Just too bad you weren't recording. Could have got everything on camera. Just turn it off. Drink it.
Well, it's still fresh, so you were inside a UFO?
Did he hit his head and fall or anything?
No. Stay sitting.
Yeah, drink a lot of water too.
How long was I out?
Your seizure or when we walked over here? When we walked over, probably
Did I
like
really
less
have a
than-
whole seizure?
I mean, you had a little bit of a like this. Yeah, your eyes went back of your head, and then I unbuttoned your shirt, and put cold water on the back of your neck. Well, you need to eat before you get tattooed as well.
I did. But
Doesn't.
You're on 80 right now, so heart rate's okay.
Do you have ice? Is that you just cold
We
ride?
might have a.
Just cold ride and
Back
then
of
it's the back of his neck.
There you go.
Yes, that's exactly. Put the paper towel over top of it so it's not too cold.
I'm so disoriented right now.
You just sit back and close your eyes and relax. You don't need to be like getting up and talk or like get so UFO stuff.
I keep feeling like a
UPA, whatever. Usually sit there, clients usually sit like 10-15 minutes, you eat, relax,
Yes.
just get back to it. I mean, like in your head.
fucking sobbing. That was wild. Sorry.
You did, man.
I'm still like.
You good, man.
I'm
You're good.
seeing. Like, there's some visions in my head right now.
Eat the rest of the cake. You got the
Yes,
whole one.
eat the cake.
I know you don't want to, but you need to eat this. You have to have a bite. It's gonna get sugar back up. You don't want to, but you have.
I'm like in fucking two places at once.
Let's breathe it out. Inhale for 4 seconds if you need to. Hold it. Exhale 4 seconds. Like that, can you see?
Thank you. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm glad you know how to like
He stuck his finger
Tattooing.
Exactly.
right
You're trying
into
to do
my
this.
fucking brain.
Right through that.
He took his finger and put it right into my brain.
So,
I haven't had that happen to me since I was a kid.
You never buy this.
I'm trying. I'm literally trying. I can hear you. I'm here. I'm literally not here right now.
Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
Pepper.
Perfect. Now you can drink that.
better than cake.
Yeah, sugar and all that.
Cake and Dr. Pepper, that's the cure.
Yeah, you're so right. Dr. Pepper. Fix you up.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
I got your soda.
Slow down.
I got your soda, man.
Slow down. Bro. What is going on?
Do you need medical attention or you good?
No,
You want it?
I came here for this. This is what I wanted to do.
Dude, almost like with your hand, when you're doing with your hand movements a second ago, it reminded me of the DMP trip when you like walk in.
What was I doing?
That you were just like this, like with your hands, and then you just went and just placed them like this on your heart.
I just did that.
Yeah.
I keep getting pulled out of here. Like I can hear you guys talking to me, and I literally can't hear, and I can't hear and see. It's like I go Helen Keller, and I'm literally somewhere else. I'm like literally not in the RV.
Is your
I
chest
saw
good right
him, bro. I was like in there with him.
What did you see?
As soon as I think about it, it's like I go back. Fuck. Give me a second.
Yeah, you're good, man.
It's like being inside a giant mother of pearl shell, like opal, the color opal, everything's
It's translucent.
but smooth, flowing like a river. It's like it's alive. The whole thing is alive.
Oh, whenever he says getting pulled out, I can't.
Sorry.
now? Apologize. I'm just making sure you're okay. Like your chest is good. You don't feel any other symptoms right now.
Tonight's gonna be good.
Huh?
Okay.
Tonight's gonna be good.
Yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. That's enough of that.
Take
Oh,
the next one, dude.
Oh.
You can have the next. I've had my fill of that for fuck.
Are you okay to get up?
I'm trying to, like, my legs and stuff are all shaky.
Alright, then you should probably sit
I'm
for a
just
minute,
waiting
dude.
for a second, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go set up Mike.
Thanks, Des.
Don't get up if you don't feel like it. You want to sit here with you?
I'm okay now.
Okay.
I feel a lot better. I just can't think about it right now.
To the school chill.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got the armband. It looks awesome. I'm really, really happy with it. Des did an amazing job. It's all red and inflamed right now. But there we go. I'm out here by the horses. We filmed a bunch of UAP, daytime sightings. It's still daytime. And while the UAP were directly overhead, I was taken. I'm going to try to stand right here by the horse and I'm going to describe what happened to me. Sitting there getting the tattoo, and then all of a sudden I see this purple light right in my mind's eye at the top of my head, and all of a sudden my hearing goes out. I can't hear anymore. My hearing goes woo, like I'm in a tunnel, and I go completely deaf in my right ear. And I'm like, I tell Des, I'm like, I can't hear anything. I'm like losing my vision and my hearing. And this purple light gets bigger and bigger and bigger in front of me. And all of a sudden it opens up like a tunnel. And it's like I'm getting pulled up in this tunnel. And then at the same time, it's like I'm falling into the abyss. And I'm falling and falling and falling. And it's like I'm falling for eternity, for like 1,000 years down this tunnel. Whoa. Whoa. And at the same time, it's like I'm being stretched upward. So it's like I'm being pulled, stretched out like taffy. Like my consciousness is just being expanded like a rubber band. Whoa, pulled out across up into the sky. And then all of a sudden, it's like I'm back in the trailer. And Dez's face is in front of me. And she's like patting me on the chest. Or she's like pulling on the front of my shirt, trying to put a wet washcloth on my chest. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, I don't even know where I'm at. And then all of a sudden, it's like I'm back in this tunnel. Whoa, and I'm falling into this void for eternity, down this shaft again. And then all of a sudden, it's like this whole sphere, like all of a sudden I'm standing in this room. It's really even hard to think about it. I'm like standing in this room and all of the walls are curved. I'm like inside this big dome. And it's like this big, long, it's like being inside a submarine. And the walls are all like opal, like mother of pearl, like this glowing white, purple, pink, and green. Like, and it's like the whole thing is glowing and living like this energy and plasma. And all right, take a break. And there's like this ribbing, like the inside. It's like it's formed like some kind of a like the whole thing is alive. It's like being inside of a giant whale or something. And there's these rooms. I'm like in this big room and the walls are all curved out. And there's 3 rooms ahead of me. And there's these entities, like little alien gray things. And little goat wants to get pet here. Hi. Oh, you want me to pet you? Oh. So basically what happened is the next thing I see is there's like these little alien grays. And they're like walking around like they're running errands to and fro, like like scurrying around, running around me. And then this one tall entity comes right up to me. His face comes up, and he's like this big insect, like this praying mantis looking thing. He has like these big eyes and this really smooth, like a grasshopper. His head's like this big grasshopper. Hey. Hi. And he comes up at me, and it's his right arm, but I'm holding the phone. He leans in like this, and his arm comes up like this, and it's like this long, elongated arm. And its 3 fingers come up like this and curl out right at me. And then he takes his one finger like this, and he pushes it like this right into my forehead, and I feel it go all the way into me. And then it's like this explosion goes like that out. And all of a sudden I'm back in the RV, and Des is there, and she's like putting a towel behind my neck, and I'm like, and it's like coming up from the void. And then all of a sudden I'm gone again, and I'm back in this craft inside this thing. And there's these 3 rooms in this big hallway, and I go up there, and this entity is walking behind me, and he's like guiding me. And I'm going up the hallway, and there's 3 rooms to the right. And in the first one I look in, and there's like these beings standing in there, different heights and different types of entities and stuff, and they're in there like people, and they're like in there talking. And I go into he takes me into the second room in the hallway, and he goes in there, and it's like the door seals shut somehow, and it's like the whole inside of this thing is like a honeycomb, like these cells, like, but it's like they're grown living cells. And he takes me inside this cell, inside this craft, and there's like this being in there, and he's wearing like this silver glowing robe. And then it's like all of a sudden I'm back in the RV, or in the trailer, and she's like trying to get me to eat food and like get sugar in my system and shit. I'm gonna have to think about it for a while, but when I try to think about it, it's like my mind goes back to it, and I gotta stay here right now, you know? But we got it all on camera. I mean, daytime sighting with the UAP in the sky when it happened. It is what it is, and that's what we came here to do. There's stuff just swimming around up there.
It's weird.
Look at them.
And that's going fast. So let me,
Yeah.
that's regular
Look at that.
speed.
Look at that going right through the middle. Sorry. It's like we're in a microscopic petri dish
It's like
or something.
flickering.
Like when you're in a microscope.
Yeah, that one's strobing.
And they're
Look
all
at them.
That's
Look
still
at
impulsive.
those swarms, man.
they're all going in different directions. So this is 825 meters up. That's the focal point. So it's anything that's probably about 600 meters. Look at that one. It almost looks like a UFO.
Wow. Look at that, Mike. Look at that orb
Oh, wow.
going across the
Oh,
screen.
it just stopped.
It stopped right above us. Now it's
Changed
going
direction.
back the other way. Holy shit, dude. Look at it and accelerating.
Look at that.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Whoa, dude. This is all happening live. Look at him close.
The flickering is really interesting.
Damn, dude. It was not doing this when I looked a minute ago.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa, that one's solid.
And you've
This
never...
is what we were seeing
Oh, wow.
going
That one
down
came
into
down close.
the
Huh?
down into the canyon.
I think
That
came back.
might have been a bird.
Oh, bird, yeah.
Just flew through frame.
No, dude, look, that's a sphere.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. But it was
Look
really
at it, it's
close.
got like a cross going through it. That's like the Boogosphere.
Kind of.
Or I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
it's hard to say. This one because
Look at
it's
that.
moving so fast. There's
Yeah.
a lot of
Aberrations.
yeah.
Dang.
So I was walking out this way, and I was telling a story about seeing a bunch of orbs up Uinta Canyon with Billy, and I just started to get real faint. I was like, oh shit! Like started to like phase in and out as we were walking up this way, and I almost like passed out, and I had, which is weird. I'm like, am I having like a fucking like I've never had a panic attack. Like what the hell is going on right now? So I told him, I was like, hey, I can't even finish my story right now. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, to be honest with you. Like started to like phase in and out and shit. I almost just ate shit, but just continued on and pushed through it. And
Well, I did eat shit, man.
yeah, you did. You
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Probably if I wasn't moving, I probably very well could have.
I didn't fall down, but I have no memory of how I got from the stool to the couch or anything.
Oh my word.
I literally went, my right ear just, I looked up at Des and we were just talking, like, the tattoo is fine, like she was doing amazing. It doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Like, I do testosterone shots 3 times a week. It doesn't bother me. Sitting there cruising, it's like I feel this pressure wave go woof into my head, and then my right ear just goes completely deaf. My left ear goes and goes deaf. And I literally said, well, I'm losing all my hearing. I'm going deaf. And then I went full Helen Keller blind.
Jesus.
I was like, I can't see or hear. I can't see. and Des is like, you gotta sit down. And then it's like, that's like the last thing I heard. And next thing I know, I'm like, I see this, everything goes dark, and there's just this purple light above my head that slowly appears like this. And as I turn my head, it follows my head like this. And then it opens up, and it's like I'm going up into it, and all of a sudden it's like I'm falling down through this tunnel, like felt like for 1,000 years.
And you have good memory of that, it sounds like.
I meditate and we train. There's like protocol to stay lucid and aware when you're in those incidents, to be to retain. Like the whole time I was self-talking, remember, like I was paying attention to the colors, the sensations, the smell, everything. I was like trying to remember everything, because it's like super important, you know?
Right.
Then when I'm done falling, it's like when I'm literally like inside a big room, like a big, like being inside of a blimp, like a big jellyfish thing. I don't know. Some deep sea creature in the sky or something. Man, I don't know.
It's fascinating,
like
and all
being
the
in the
talk of
belly of a-
jellyfish.
It's like being in the belly of some. Yeah, like
Describe like being in a cell.
like being in a mitochondrial
Like the walls were
cell,
like
a
living in
giant
like part
cell
of this. Yeah.
organism. Yeah, dude, it's all plasma waves, but biological, ribbing a honeycomb shape. Like,
Do you guys want to run a take on the Canon with the other mic? So like, you know, for this thing, for discovery and all that shit too, just another take.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
if you want, yeah.
Might as well.
From the book that I just published, it goes under a lot of things that people experience in this like cyanitic or psionic kind of space, and a big thing, right? So think of you FaceTiming somebody and then seeing them pop up on the phone.
Right.
It's the same thing when you go into telepathy, into that psionic field. You'll go into meditation, and a lot of the times you'll see
Their face.
their face or their body. You'll just see them come up. But it's almost like an identity signature, right? So if I were to see you, you just kind of pop in, and I might see you standing here like this.
Yeah.
Or in the case of like these insect-looking things that seem to pop up, it's almost like they, you know, knock you out coming into frame. But
Right.
and that's kind of what I use as my, if I know that I'm connected with somebody, if it's like a physical being or something like that, then usually it's because I see that face come into.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh shit, and then you can hear them, you can feel them. When you see that face, that means that you're connected. So
Really?
if they talk to you, they can give you information, and you'll start to have a conversation with them many of the time.
So what did you see? You said last night, Donovan, you saw.
Well, last night when we were looking at those the orbs and stuff, I'd kind of close my eyes, and I don't do meditation at all or nothing. I'm not very good at it, but I close my eyes and kind of just like try to open my consciousness and stuff, and I would see like these outlines of these bug eyes, and they were like right here in front of me. It was like they almost like overlapped my eyes. That's all I could see. And it was, you said that like a lot of people see mantises. It looked just like a mantis.
A mantis.
Every time I've seen one, which has only been a small handful of times, it's always been like that. Like it comes in and it almost knocks you out. It just
Really?
comes
Yeah,
in
it was
so
right
close.
here. I couldn't see anything else.
So Donovan, when I had the seizure in the trailer, like when the 3 little entities were like pulling at my clothes, this tall thing was like 8 feet tall, like a basketball player, but it was like a big insect looking thing. And it came right up towards me, and it had this long arm with 3 fingers that it reached up like this, and it put its face right up like that, like right to my face, about 6 inches away, and then it pushed its finger right into my forehead, and I could feel it go clear back into my brain. And it was like an explosion going off, like reality just exploded, like it was a hallucination or like a hologram. And next thing I know, I'm like on the couch, and it's Des is in my face, and she's putting an ice pack behind my head trying to wake me up. And she's like, don't go, Carlo, stay awake, stay awake.
It took a while to get you.
And I was
back
like
into-
seizing up and shit.
back
It was
into
wild.
consciousness.
Yeah, it was literally like I was being uploaded to somewhere else and then downloaded back to my body. but my awareness was fighting, trying to stay where I wanted to be.
Right.
But it was literally like my soul was literally like uploaded to another point of view, facing south. You know, I was in the trailer facing west, and I felt like I was simultaneously somewhere else facing south. It was very bizarre.
They say with the mantis beings, or the insect-looking ones, it's very common for people to report like a very advanced, like spiritual component, like a psionic component, like there's some sort of like overarching species of like extreme kind of mental interplay that can happen between humans, and so most people, when they do interact with them, they say something to that effect. And I think that they come in so close because I think it's such an overwhelming feeling when they come in that you immediately just feel the presence. And I think that they do that on purpose.
This thing was trying to treat me like motherly, like it was tilting its head and looking at me like you would coddle a baby. And the way it was reaching up, it was like, and the sensation was, it was like, it's okay, it's all right. And it was very feminine as it came, very elegant as it came at me, but it was so uncanny valley. I was like, get away from me. Yeah, man.
We're always so misunderstood when we come in.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. You want to get another shot?
Yeah, you guys get over here.
Yeah, I'll do it again. Cool.